Hey, welcome to Digging into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. Tiller Coaching is a ministry that I started earlier this year, 2020, and I'm able to offer coaching to people who are facing the struggle of the expectation gap, meaning that their reality is far from their expectations, far from their hopes. And it's a place I know too well. It's a place of disappointment. It's a place of dissatisfaction, a place of distress. Maybe you're familiar with it. I also believe that it's a place where we can learn to trust in the Lord, and that's always the right response. But that's hard, and it involves looking to Scripture and trying to understand His truth. And so I thought it might be fun for the rest of the days of this year of 2020. I realized, if we go together through the Scripture journal for the book of Matthew, it would take every day through the rest of the year. We will end exactly on December 31st, and I thought that might be cool to go through together. So if you're into it, you're here, and I'm very thankful. If you're not into it, you're not here, and that's fine, because I'm going to enjoy this regardless. So I want these videos to be short. I don't want to take a long time, 5 minutes tops, and I know that that's not, it sounds like not a lot of digging in, but I've found that just digging in a little bit can cause a lot of inspiration towards digging in a lot bit. So hopefully you'll find the same thing. This first section of Matthew 1 is about genealogy, and that's not a ton of fun on the surface, but I really love this section. And so I'm going to go through this quick so that I can explain kind of what I think is really cool. All right. The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, and Isaac the father of Jacob, and Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, and Judah the father of Perez, and Zerah by Tamar, and Perez the father of Hezron, and Hezron the father of Ram, and Ram the father of Amminadab, and Amminadab the father of Nahshon, and Nahshon the father of Salmon, and Salmon the father of Boaz by Rahab, and Boaz the father of Obed by Ruth, and Obed the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of David the king. And David was the father of Solomon by the wife of Uriah, and Solomon the father of Rehoboam, and Rehoboam the father of Abijah, and Abijah the father of Asaph, and Asaph the father of Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat the father of Joram, and Joram the father of Uzziah, and Uzziah the father of Jotham, and Jotham the father of Ahaz, and Ahaz the father of Hezekiah, and Hezekiah the father of Manasseh, and Manasseh the father of Amos, and Amos the father of Josiah, and Josiah the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of deportation to Babylon. And after the deportation to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel, and Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel. That's fun to say. And Zerubbabel the father of Abiud, and Abiud the father of Eliakim, and Eliakim the father of Azor, and Azor the father of Zadok, and Zadok the father of Achim, and Achim the father of Eliud, and Eliud the father of Eleazar, and Eleazar the father of Mathan, and Mathan the father of Jacob, and Jacob the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born, who is called Christ. So all the generations from Abraham to David were 14 generations, and from David to the deportation to Babylon, 14 generations, and from the deportation to Babylon to the Christ, 14 generations. I love that symmetry that God puts in here, all these different generations, 14 several times. He's so creative that way. You know, the thing that really stands out to me here is just how every person listed here is famous. Like the New Testament is literally starting off with their names, and I think that's so cool. And if I'm being honest, yeah, I probably have interest in being famous. That sounds pretty neat. Some of these people are maybe more famous than others. Some we kind of know their history, like David. Other people we just maybe don't know that well, but okay, they're famous, cool. I slow down at a couple names, Ahaz and Hezekiah. And so I just want to kind of share their story really briefly to give an example of their fame. And Ahaz was the king of Judah. In 2 Kings 16, verse 2, it says that he did not do what was right in the eyes of the Lord his God, as his father David had done. Ahaz was someone who really sought after kind of what he pleased, and he even got rid of the altar of God and built this altar that replicated what the king of Assyria had. And he really just didn't seek God. He just sought after what made him maybe more famous, made him feel more great. But his son, Hezekiah, was a different story. If you look at 2 Kings 18:5, it says that Hezekiah, he trusted in the Lord, the God of Israel, so that there was none like him among all the kings of Judah after him, nor among those who were before him. And man, what I think is amazing here is that it starts with the statement of he trusted the Lord. And there's such a positive affirmation, so different than what we hear about his dad Ahaz. He was great. And, I'm just thinking about all this fame, thinking about all this stuff. I actually had a thought. I don't know if you saw this movie, and it's not exclusive to this movie, the cartoony Spider-Man, whatever that was called. They kept referencing this quote by Voltaire that said, "With great power comes great responsibility." And all these men had great power, especially these two, Ahaz and Hezekiah. But I think that the great responsibility was what Hezekiah did. He trusted in the Lord. That is taking responsibility in all the right ways. He really took care of business in his responsibility. He trusted God. And so what stands out to me here in this genealogy is that all of these people listed in the genealogy, man, they were all famous. They got us one step closer to Jesus, and it's great. And they were famous because God chose them. But what made some of them great, like Hezekiah, was that they chose to trust God. So I don't know if you feel the difference between God choosing you and you choosing to trust him, but that feels profound to me. So that's it for today. My time is up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow is the birth of Jesus, and I look forward to that. Take care.